Hi everyone, we're here for Facebook Friday.
We are, yet again.
It's so much fun to actually come back here at time after time. And every time we come back, we're going, are we on? Are we here?
On? Yeah, are we here?
So I'm not going to do that anymore.
No?
I'm the one who's like concerned.
You are, yes.
Because, the way that the technical things have developed, I'm using stuff that I'm not familiar with. And it keeps changing on me. Everything keeps changing on me.
It's always new.
Yeah.
Not necessarily exciting, but
technology drives me nuts.
It does me too.
Yes. I mean, it's okay when you're not live.
Yes.
Like you're doing something and you can do it over or
That's
whatever.
Right.
But when you're doing it and then people are expecting you, etc. So it looks like Cynthia Tenney is here.
Yeah.
Yay.
Happy Friday.
We always love it when it works.
Yes, we do. And people are actually there.
Oh, that's good. So it's been a really good week for us this week.
It's been a good week. Exactly. Yes.
Yep. We've had pretty good weather.
Pretty good weather. A little smoke covered for the last couple of days, but this morning it seems to be a little brighter, so that's nice.
We're sending all of our good wishes to those of you in California still experiencing those horrible fires. Because up here, and I think Oregon, Washington, and Canada, BC, we're not experiencing any forest fires anymore because we had these storms. But they bypassed California, or, rainstorms.
That's right, yes.
So that's too bad too bad. We kept thinking, does anybody know whether the rain is in California? But I guess that song is right.
Yeah.
It never rains in California.
Rains in California.
I know it's in Southern California.
I think it probably does, but
I know that I was looking at Jimmy Kimmel one time and he said, oh, by the way, here's the news report today. It's very exciting for us Californians. And it showed a weather reporter standing out there with one puddle and they look at the puddle.
And it was almost drying up.
Anyway, yes, we are both well. Thank you, Jillian Burst. And Mary Widrowitz, happy Friday. Roxy is here. Actually, I'm going to move this over so that I can...
because it doesn't seem to be scrolling today.
No, it doesn't scroll by itself. Isn't that awful?
Well, it used to.
I know. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. So this helps, and I can reach it more easily.
You can, yes.
And it looks like the smoke is back for Donna. Yeah, we're just talking about it. Kathleen says, hello, I hope I can stay, but I'm expecting the Orkin guy.
Oh. Between now and 2.
Isn't that awful when you're waiting for someone?
It's so nice of them to give you, a short amount of time, like now until 2. Mind you, you're back east, so it's probably noon for you, I would think.
Yeah, so, usually they do. They do try to at least do morning or afternoon, or a 2-hour window.
Exactly. I was thinking 9 to 2 right now would be a long wait, but no.
Anyway, Kathleen, we wish you luck. I hope the Orkin guy comes.
Exactly.
And Patricia says, hello, it is good to see you too.
Good to see you too.
Marcy, hello, finally, sunny Wisconsin. Excellent. Good rainy afternoon for you, Sharon.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Gowan, you guys keep me on my diet on Fridays because I just have a protein shake for lunch so I can watch you.
Yay!
That's what you do. Okay, so you get on so that we can be on our diet too.
That's great, yes.
I was just thinking this morning, I'm fine during the day. It's in the evening that I have the hardest time because I don't sleep unless I knock myself out with bad food.
Oh.
That's the wrong time to eat. Anyway, Agnes says, hello. Hi, upstate New York from Carol Lamon. Buckets of rain.
We had buckets of rain last week.
You probably got our storm now.
That's right.
Back east.
Thank you, Carol.
Oh, that's good. Hello, 40 people. My goodness, that's a lot.
Susan. Hi, Susan.
Long time no see. Really good to have you here, Susan.
Petra. Hello.
Petra's here. That's lovely. Hi, daughter. Deb Summerlot says, good afternoon from Ohio. It sounds very formal.
Yeah.
I hope you're all really well. We'll just, hi Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
Yeah, just before we start talking. So what did you do this week that made it such a good week for you?
Oh, well, I've been training again. So, training people on how to place orders for our raw materials. So that was kind of a fun thing to do.
Well, the way the big sigh at the beginning of that statement might have been fun, but it's exhausting. I know, because teaching is not easy.
Yeah.
You're wanting that person to learn, which is not a problem at all with Elaine.
No, absolutely.
But it gets you in a mindset of kind of like, getting it out there. And I know when you're teaching, it is much more difficult than just doing it yourself.
Yes.
If you do it yourself and you know what you're doing, then, it goes so quickly because you're not even aware of the fact of how you're doing it. Sometimes you're on automatic or whatever.
Right. Well, I finished them off, so I was kind of on automatic yesterday. So.
Oh, that's good. And also, Elaine is wonderful. She learns so quickly.
She does indeed.
So happy that she's joined our team. We really feel like we've got a good 3 of us, 3 of you, 1 of me, 4 of us. 4 of us. It seems to work in the office, and it's really good. Elaine and Kathleen are basically job sharing on one desk, right?
Yes.
And we, of course, pay particular attention to cleaning the desk between people.
Yes.
So, just so we're really careful about those things. But in any case, everything is fine with us so far.
Everything's fine. Absolutely.
Susie McClung is here. Hello from Blanco, Texas. I don't think we've met Susie McClung before.
Doesn't sound familiar.
At least not often.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. And Dev is here again. And Kathy Bird, we already said hello. Tammy, are you out with your girls?
No, they're probably in school.
Oh, yeah, that's true, right? School is in.
Although it would be Friday afternoon, so they must be getting home pretty soon, I would think.
Oh, you keep up with Tammy.
I kind of remember things, so,
Yes, she does. She remembers everything. She remembers the good things and also the bad things I did. Sabrina Wood says, good morning, driving through Wyoming now. Are you on a road trip? Are you heading to a visitor? It sounds like you're going through maybe some beautiful foliage now.
Do you live there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Susie McClung, and we've said hello. Beverly Fleming. Hello, you got in. Yay. Yeah. I'm so glad, Beverly. You've been having a bit of an issue, so excellent. Excellent work. Pandora is here. Hello, Pandora. Dory's from Prague. No, Dobry den? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, she usually says that.
Dobry den.
Hi, Dory.
Susie McClung says from we already said Susie McClung.
We did.
Blanco,
exactly.
Texas.
I think you scrolled up and now you're scrolling back down again.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I'm not good at this stuff.
Exactly. And I have to ask Jean, you say chilly Atlanta. How chilly are you in Atlanta?
Yeah. Is that like 75 or
That's
something?
right, because that would be hot for us. So.
Crystal Moon, what a beautiful name. Hello, good morning. And Beverly Fleming from Smoky, California. I don't know California. Oh, North California.
Yeah, North.
And Loretta, hello. Serena Dubé. Happy Friday. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Serena. Trisha's here. Not too late. Not too bad. Luann, you're here. I haven't seen you for a long time. Every time I think of you, I think of 20 years ago.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And we were standing there. I think we were in New Orleans or something. Maybe it was 15 years. Anyway, nice to see you. Louise Fossa, Tammy Thompson says, my girls are finishing week 6 in school. They'll be home in about 2 hours.
Yeah.
You're so clever.
I got the timing right.
Sabrina, hauling a horse back to Washington. Gorgeous foliage, I bet. I bet that's a wonderful trip.
Oh, yeah, the aspens would be in beautiful color right now.
You even know they're aspens? She's so smart. I wouldn't know they were aspens. I they just call them trees.
Sorry.
No, that's good. That's good. Michelle Lauzon, hello. And Judy Pfeiffer, hello. A joy from Judy. And Deb says, right back at you. Thank you. That's really good that Luann and Deb saying hello to each other. Thank you. This is one of my very pretty ones, but I don't really know where I got it, when I got it. It just has these little scallops and lots of glittery rhinestones.
That's not the one I gave you, so.
No, I had that one on today, but it didn't go.
It didn't go with the outfit?
No, things have to go.
They do. Yes, they do have to match. Or you just wear gold and it matches everything.
Exactly. So then you don't have to constantly change necklaces.
No, that's right.
Oh, you know me. I'd rather be constantly changing. Either change in the morning, change in the afternoon.
You would, yes. Yeah.
I actually do change clothes, I don't know, on a regular basis, a couple of times a day.
Yeah.
Depends on whether I'm too hot or too cold, or whether I'm going exercising, or whether I've had a shower, or whatever. And of course, this is my home too, upstairs. So
you have the opportunity to do that. Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult when you've come from home and you've come to the office. Then you have to schlep all these clothes with you. That doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. And I have tried bringing it. It just doesn't work.
No, you just get your sweater on, sweater off. Right?
Yeah, that's about it.
Exactly. Patty England Dag is here.
Yeah.
Jean says it's 64 degrees. That's pretty cool.
That's a little cool.
Okay, we
for
agree.
Atlanta. Yeah, I think that's what we are right now too. So, but for us, that's normal.
Karine is here. I think that's your name, right? Karine Perez.
Oh.
It's really good to see you. I'm really glad you're here. And Patty England Dag says, I'm on vacation a week with my grandson.
Oh, very nice.
Neither of us have grandchildren, so we're always happy to hear people's secondhand, wonderful stories about their grandkids.
Exactly. And my chances of having grandchildren are nil because I never had children. So,
Makes it tough. That's okay. I know I've still got a little bit of hope, but you never know. I also know that it doesn't really matter in the long run, in the big run. No. Whatever makes everyone happy is what's important. And I certainly wouldn't want to be one of those people that demands a grandchild. That would be very, very difficult.
Exactly.
Karine is there.
My mother gave up long ago of having grandchildren from me. So,
But she has grandchildren.
She does have grandchildren, yes.
Your sister had 2 strapping boys.
That she did, yes. Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of effort to raise kids.
Absolutely, yeah.
It certainly does.
And especially 2 boys, and they were, active.
Rambunctious?
Rambunctious. She kept them under control, though, so they turned out pretty good kids.
Yeah, I think your sister would be pretty tough on them if she had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't, they're not really kids anymore, they're grown men, so,
I know. Hello.
Yeah, they're in there, one's 30 and one's 29, so.
Yeah. My nephew is in his 40s, and you look up at him like this, and he's so tall, and good looking and everything, but so tall. Yeah. They grow much taller now. Anyway, so you were training and you were enjoying, and also
I was
not
training.
too hard working yourself, right?
Well, yeah, no, I did some, I did some more updating on the website, and I did do any layout this week, but.
Well, that's okay. Next week, no problem.
Yep.
I also think that anybody who's been on our website, that not everything came over.
That's right.
Automatically from our old website. So everything had to be looked at and updated. And that's the process we're going through now. Yeah. There are things on there, but they're not always accurate. And I think you're at number
87.
87. I was thinking of 87. Oh my God, we're thinking of it.
Yeah, I'm up to 87 now.
So that's our product numbers. And that basically is the oldest towards the newest.
That's right.
That are updated. That means that the information of the older ones is absolutely accurate as we can make it.
Yeah, as accurate as I can make it.
And we've tried to update, little by little as we go through too. Yeah. But sometimes there's things on there that are not, that either shouldn't be on there or there isn't enough information. Yeah. So we're sorry about that, but it takes a long time.
It takes a long time, so... Yeah.
Little by little.
Yeah, little by little, that's right.
So good for you getting some of that, because I know people want to know what's happening.
Yes.
And what did I do? I did nothing.
Well, that's not true. You did a whole bunch of things. Thea will come in and go, "What did you do today?" And I'm going,
It feels like it. Feels like nothing.
I did a whole bunch of things, but I can't remember what they were. So,
I guess when you go through all those things, absolutely,
that's right.
You kind of feel that way. Well, actually, I was overseeing the gardening, which is my joy.
Yes.
And the thing is that I just haven't got time to do the garden, and I'm not in really good shape to do it either. But I had 2 gardeners come in, and they were cute young guys, so hardworking.
Yes.
And they were polite, and both of them were like really smart, and they did what I asked them to do and more. And I'm looking out there because that's where the garden is. And we used to have a jungle Now we have an actual garden.
Now it actually looks like it's, you can see under things. And
you can see the dirt.
You can see the dirt.
Really
yeah,
something.
It was quite overgrown before. So
yeah, it was nice, but you know, my goodness, you couldn't even find the front door.
No,
literally.
No, it was. You would not know where the front door was.
So I had to oversee them a lot to see. That was what was distracting.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I think you were just looking at how good looking they were.
Well, they were very charming.
They were very charming, and they, you know, the one in particular that I saw yesterday was very nice looking. So.
Yeah, you weren't looking out the window too much.
No, I didn't pay attention. It was just on my way when I was leaving yesterday. It's like,
yeah, they're very cute.
Very cute.
And way too young for you, Lisa.
Oh God, yes, definitely.
But there's no harm in looking.
No, there is not.
Oh, Mary says we have 47.
Awesome.
Sandy, we'll talk to you later. Thank you so much for dropping in. I'm so glad you're here just for a minute. Thank you. And it looks like we're missing a whole bunch of people.
We are.
There's Karine again. And here
Sue.
I should be
Hi,
watching.
Sue.
Sue's here. How's your leaves and trees and aspens back east? Lisa came up with that name. Sue,
popped in.
Do you know what other trees there are there? I mean, there's maples. There's got to be maples.
Maples. They probably have oak trees. And
yeah. What other trees do you guys have around there that turn? Because we just have really basically maples around here.
We basically have maples. Yes. Yeah, and they don't go the nice bright orange and reds and things like that.
Not reds, no.
No, they kind of turn yellow and then a dirty color.
They get soggy.
Yeah, they do. Too much rain, we just don't, and not enough cold air.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And Sue says it's chilly there, so it's probably 64, like we heard earlier. Tammy says, I'm in no hurry for grandchildren, even though I'm 52 with a 12 and 8-year-old. Yeah. How do you do that? Tammy, you're wonderful for, you know, I didn't know you were 52. You're so active and you've got such young children. Honestly, I'm in awe. You're always on the go. Absolutely. You manage to do as much stitching as the rest of us, and you seem to never sleep. So.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, well done. That's right.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Can you design something using those colors? I can indeed.
You can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In fact, I think there's one that's a lot of blue. Oh, it's a Beyond Cross Stitch.
Yes.
Is that a level 3? There's one that's got a lot of blues.
Yeah, there
and
is.
a level 5 too, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, not a big one, so that would be good. Did I do something in all blues? I don't think I did.
I think you've done something in all blues. Tulip Terrace has a lot of blues in it, but it's
not this kind, not soft.
Not all blues, no.
I was thinking of Peacock, but that's blues and golds.
That's blues and golds. That's, yeah.
Yeah, Peacock Sampler. Mm-hmm. Have a look at that one. It's got some blues in it anyway, but thank you. Karen Krause is here. Yay. Good to see you too. Norma. Good morning, Thea and Lisa. We're having an absolutely beautiful fall day in Rochester, New York.
Nice.
I love those days back east. Everything's crisp and cool and warm at the same time. It's so lovely. This is the time of year I used to go teaching back there.
You did, yes. Yeah.
And some very memorable teaching moments. Yeah. Often with Stitcher's Hideaway, which is a great organization. And Sue used to own it and did all the work, and she created something so wonderful that it is still going. Sandy Werbitsky is not coming here, and Eye Candy. Lou Ann says, hi, Donna Granger. Again, Sue Donnelly says, looks like we're in for a colorful fall. It's just beginning, okay, in Connecticut. Sharon Bonadito, hemlock. Not quite. Oh, hemlock trees. One of the trees.
Yeah, and ash trees.
I thought hemlock was a poison, and that's all. I'm thinking of Macbeth. I think that's the one where they use hemlock. Okay. I'm not sure anyway. Or maybe, anyway, it doesn't matter. Kathleen says, I have 8 grandchildren. The oldest 2 are 21 and 20. So I'm thinking that maybe, one day there will be great grandchildren. Oh, wouldn't that be amazing? And Jennifer Gowan, you're right. Yeah. Crystal Waters is blue. Mm-hmm. That's the one. Yep. And Sandy Denclau, new here, I think. Good morning. Been missing Facebook Friday. So you're getting chemotherapy. I hope it's going well.
Absolutely.
And that things are improving as you continue, which is not fun.
Yeah.
But I've certainly heard some amazing stories about people who get well afterwards. So
absolutely.
I wish that for you. Loretta says, yay, Citrus Hideaway. Exactly. Yeah. We had such a good times. Good times there. So what are we talking about today? There may be more people coming, but we can't say hello to every single person.
We could, but that's all we would do.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
we are going to talk about the Scotch Stitch today.
Are we?
We are.
I knew this actually.
Yeah, you
because
did.
Lisa set it up and she was showing me this, the other day saying, look, we got some Scotch Stitch stuff.
And, I like this stitch. It's fairly easy to do because it just consists of diagonal straight stitches. And there's usually about, 5 of them to make up the Scotch Stitch. And what you're going to do, this...
5 diagonal stitches are straight stitches. And they're diagonal and they're of varying lengths. So they fill a square, and usually anyway, over 4 fabric threads.
Except for the one in the corner of this is actually over 6.
Correct. I said usually.
Yeah, usually.
And also what they can do is they can be like opposite. So that they'll be diagonal like this, kind of like a zigzag, and then on the opposite side on the bottom.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. So I don't know if you could see.
There you go. You can see that just great.
The alternating part of it.
And what is this one? This is Angels.
Angels. We have...
it says Angels We Have Heard.
Angels We Have Heard. And it's BCS 102.
Beyond Cross Stitch. Just go to the number, level 1, number 2. That's for this ornament. It's really pretty.
It's really pretty.
Very nicely finished. Anyway, we're talking about Scotch Stitches.
Yes.
So what do you like about Scotch Stitches? Because she's done some research.
Yes. It's also has a couple of different names to it. It can be called a cushion stitch, checker stitch, or the Scottish stitch.
Scottish.
Exactly.
I think that it's used often in needlepoint.
It's a canvas stitch, so it's quite often used in needlepoint.
Yeah, so I think there's more likelihood of it being called Scottish stitch in needlepoint, I believe. I could be wrong. Because really when we're talking about counted linen stitches, we've often mainly seen it called Scotch.
Scotch, yeah. Or cushion.
Or cushion, that's the other one. But Scottish, not so much.
Not so much, no.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, so I've used it a lot.
Yeah, you have.
It was actually hard to figure out which ones we're going to show.
You've used it in several different designs. And, it also can be called a flat stitch, too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, that's new to me. I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've got some other cool little things on here, and I can't read with my glasses on, so I'll have to see with them off. They can be worked as a background, a border, or a single motif. Well, that always makes sense. You can stitch them and use them in whatever. And there was some other things here. An alternating or reversed cushion stitch is another way that you can use them. You can use the cushion stitch in the middle, and then all the way around the outside do some tent stitches.
Absolutely.
Which really looks cool.
Definitely.
Have I ever used that?
Yeah, I think you have.
I think I've used it.
And that's usually, I think, called a checker stitch.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
See, something else new. I didn't know that. Anyway, the Scotch Stitch is so versatile as far as the use of it is concerned. Because it forms, if it's a band, it forms a nice kind of solid band.
Yes.
And because it uses so many stitches and so much thread, the colors in a variegated thread really get used up. So you really have a lot of changes of colors.
Of color, absolutely.
Which I love, because sometimes you want to see all of the colors of an overdyed. Yeah. Anyway, it is a very nice stitch.
It's a very nice stitch. And you can also do it with 2 colors of thread. And then if you're doing alternated, it really forms a nice zigzag.
That's true. Yes. Alternating. There's so many things you can do with a Scotch Stitch.
There is.
So we're going to show you some of them, right?
Yes.
I've got a few over here. You've got a few over there.
I've got a few over there. You're going to start with yours?
Woodland Garden.
Yeah.
I want you to see this one because not only is the garden itself adorable, but also it shows the Scotch Stitch to great advantage. There it is. You can see it in multicolors, not the butterflies, but the other ones. Now I'm going to show you from top to bottom. Here we go. Am I close enough now?
Yes. An overdyed you were using for that.
I used this gorgeous overdyed.
You did. Absolutely.
And as you can see, I used it on the butterflies too. And then I used it also on the partial road stitch under the bunny. Woodland Garden is one of those gardens that you don't really see very often. It needs to be really seen in person. Like when you start working on it, it is really sweet.
And it's a fun little design to stitch.
Exactly. All the little gardens are kind of fun. So what do you have?
I have, well, this is called Friends and Stitches?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
That one might want, oh yes.
Okay, I don't know if I can hold them up.
It's not so easy,
It's not so easy.
No.
And as you can see, multicolors were used in it.
That's right. Now,
So,
where are the Scotch stitches? Is that them right there?
Yeah, right there. So you got green, medium green, dark green, and a cream color.
Oh, that's right. And this one has the same colors, I think.
Right there.
Yes, exactly. So that's it right there, right?
Right there, yeah.
Yes. And so these ones actually come in 2 colorways, and when you get the leaflet, you get the suggestions for which colors you want to choose, which I kind of like. Again, let's show you the whole thing because these are ones that we don't show very often.
No, we don't.
You know, it's not just about the Scotch Stitch, it's about what the sampler looks like with the Scotch Stitches in it. So Friends Stitching Together was a pattern that I taught in Victoria, as you can see, in 2010 in our Victoria Sampler VS Retreat, I think we called it. And then we had all this oops, I'm going off screen. Okay, and then we had this wonderful overdyed for the harding at the bottom. And then there was also the blue version, which is actually, I don't really like it as much. Oh, here's another one that's all blue. Right? I was just thinking of Jennifer. She was asking for blue.
Okay, I'm going off. There we go. Sorry.
we don't know.
What's really funny is on this one, I noticed there's still a thread. There's still a waist knot here.
Is there really?
There is. Right here.
Actually, you know, this absolutely is the same color as your shirt.
It is.
Like totally the same colors. I can't even believe it. Jennifer Gowan, get Friends in Stitches. Okay? That's really funny. Marley Harina Cocos is from Brazil.
Yeah.
You
38 Celsius.
That is warm.
In the shade.
Hot, Marley. It's nice to see you. Loretta's here. Yeah, Citrus Hideaway. That's right. And Jillian says, how's my thumb? Actually, thank you for asking. Thumb is excellent. Found out what was the problem. My working hand, which I keep under like this, under my, and I'm doing like this. I can even feel it now when I'm doing this. What I ended up doing, unbeknownst to me with this thumb, was I was depressing it down. Like just going like that. Do you see this here?
Yeah.
Well, I don't need to. I can just hold it up like this.
You were,
And so because of tension and I'm thinking and all that, unbeknownst to me, my thumb just goes like this. And there's no reason for it. It's just like this hand is necessary only to stabilize the stitching. It's not there for me to do anything with. But maybe in my brain somewhere, I'm doing things with this thumb.
Exactly.
This thumb wants to get involved. It's the weirdest thing. So I have no trouble anymore.
Now that you figured that out.
Well, you have to kind of do the stitching and then go, okay, so what am I? And then I saw this thumb looking like that. I thought, okay, that's it. Sue Donnelly says, love Scotch Stitch.
I love the Scotch Stitch too.
It's probably one of my favorite ones. Probably why it's there so often.
Yes.
Sandy, well done that you're going good. I'm so glad. And obviously you've been through this before. So I'm glad that you were able to go, to attend your chemotherapy things with some idea that things go good.
Absolutely.
Because that's half the battle, I'm sure. Good. Sharon says, creating a herringbone. Yes. Deborah says, I use Scotch Stitch a lot in needle pointing too.
Absolutely.
So you use that word or that term. And Becky says, yep, it's called Scotch Stitch there too. So I guess that's, I don't know where we got Scottish, but Scotch and Scottish, it also gets its name, like when you're using alcohol, you're drinking Scotch, not Scottish.
I'm not a Scotch drinker, so that was funny.
I know, I always get that mixed up. And the other one that I get mixed up is if a person is Scottish, they can also be Scots with an S.
True.
They're not Scotch. So it gets very confusing. Karen says, lovely, thank you. And Kendall says, I've done Woodland Garden, and since I live on Woodland Drive,
very
I put
nice.
that on the That's adorable. Does your Woodland Drive look just like the Woodland Garden?
Yeah.
I hope so. Okay, my turn. I think. Yep. Have you? Yes, you've done one.
Your turn.
Okay, this one, I'm showing you autumn, but we've got these, the charts are for all seasons.
I think they're called seasonal banners.
Seasonal banners, everyone, and the autumn one is part of it. So what I did was I put Scotch Stitch in an overdye all the way around the outside of the seasonal banner.
Beautiful overdyed thread. I love that, how it turned out.
Really did. And the autumn one is one of my favorite colored ones. And I did it looks like a satin stitch around the outside, so you could cut right next to it. And it makes a little banner that you can put up in your hallway and that says autumn. Yes. I love this one, and all the other colors are nice too, but this is probably one of my favorites. Okay, you got one?
I got one.
This is fun.
I do. This is fun. Okay. This is Poinsettia Place. I loved stitching this one. But you're going to find the Scotch Stitch, and it is in two colors. It's a blue, and then let's see if I can get closer. Try to straighten it a little bit. A blue, and then a variegated, an overdyed thread.
That's right. There's blue and a variegated one,
exactly.
right?
So there you can see it. But it's Poinsettia Place.
I kind of think that the poinsettia at the top came out really well.
Me too.
Like they look so realistic.
They do. Absolutely.
They actually, the leaves look a little droopy like mine do when I don't water them enough.
Over that way?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I love the little cottage at the bottom.
With the little cardinals?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we really love all three of those. There's 4 of those. Sorry, we have hydrangea, and anyway, this is one of the 4. It looks a little bit seasonal if you think about it. Oh, somebody likes Scotch. I thought that's why you're featuring Scotch Stitch. Some people are taking up drinking.
That they have.
I'm pretty sure it was a stitcher drinking Scotch that named that stitch. Exactly, Karen. Loretta says, beautiful, thank you. Love the overdyed floss on the autumn banner. Do you know what the name of the floss is?
I think that one is topiary, if I remember correctly.
Topiary from Gloriana?
From Gloriana.
Well, there you go. Lisa remembers these things, thank goodness. Love the edge stitching. Thank you so much. I don't know if oh yes, it's kind of like a zigzag, but all straight stitches. So it looks a little bit different than just straight. Yeah. So many lovely variations of colors and uses of Scotch Stitch. Love it in the variegated thread. Absolutely. Poinsettia Place is gorgeous. Thank you, Karen. Yes. So now my turn.
Your turn.
My turn. This is Autumn Sampler when I wasn't using a lot of colors.
Yes.
Really. I mean, I was like white.
It is
on
leaflet
white,
number
on
7.
White on white.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is my first foray into using color.
It is, yes.
And one of the things about that is, those of you who are starting to work on the stitch-alongs and you're using your own color, I really understand about having hesitancy about using your own idea of what color is, because I could only do white on white with very soft color for the longest time.
For the longest time.
Yes, which turned out beautiful. Like, yes. I loved them, but but I wasn't brave enough to use any other kind of color until I started to experiment. Anyway, so let's find the Scotch Stitch, everyone.
Further down, isn't it?
Yes, Love is a Dream That Never Ends is part of this. There's 4 of them, of course. There's the little hearts at the top.
I love the wreath too.
The wreath with the there it is. There's the overdye right there. So my goodness, I put that overdye in as often as I could, and the rest is off-white.
Off-white. Yes.
And of course, off-white is really pretty when you see what Irina has done in the group.
Oh, beautiful.
She's done mostly white things or with gold and silver.
Yes.
And I think that that's a beautiful way to stitch anything, no doubt about it. But also colors are good. Yeah. So this is a combination of both.
Yes.
Your turn.
My turn? Okay. And no, this is not lacking in any color.
No, I got crazy with this one.
You got crazy, and now I just have to find where it is. Oh, there it is. Okay. This is called the Jazz sampler.
There's New Orleans.
New Orleans.
See, Luann, you have seen this too. All of these buildings.
Exactly. Oh,
and you might remember those motifs from the class I taught there.
And there
that says
right there
when the saints come marching in.
If I can get
now
closer.
you can see the Scotch Stitch.
And then it's got some black work and some heart hanger. And okay, there we go.
That is my jazz sampler.
That is jazz sampler.
That's what it's called.
Gorgeous. Yeah.
Thank you. You're reading my messenger. It's coming up on the screen. That's my lady who cleans the house just said she can come on Thursday from 9 to 12. Okay, thank you. So that's good. Let's see. Poinsettia Place is gorgeous. Topiary is her favorite color.
I agree.
I love the jazz sampler, by the way. It has such good memories.
Yes.
I loved walking along the river bank there, or I guess it's a canal. I'm not sure exactly, but anyway, it was the water. And then listening, you could hear faint sounds. Even at 8 o'clock in the morning, someone's playing jazz. It was unbelievable how much music there was there. And I loved hearing all of it. One day I'll go back when it isn't like it is today.
I had my 16th birthday in New Orleans. Yeah.
That is a really good memory.
Yeah, 16th birthday in New Orleans in the French Quarter, wandering around. It was fun.
Yeah. I can't imagine that you just wandered around. Did you go to clubs?
No, I was 16 years old. I was with my 14-year-old sister.
Oh, too bad.
And luckily, Mom and Dad, said, okay, we're going to go. They might have gone into a bar or something like that. And my sister and I just wandered around the French Quarter
a little bit. You were taking care of her, probably, right?
I mean, mind you, this is going back to 1977, so,
But that's okay. You were there, just the same.
I was there, yeah.
Oh, it's such a neat city. There's all sorts of wonderful things about it. And especially the spirit of the place.
Absolutely.
I just love that.
Yeah.
So this one, my turn, this one is called Golden Dreams. Now, I don't know how many of you have actually paid attention to Golden Dreams. It was meant to be a wedding sampler for people who had been married before.
Yes.
So in other words, if this is your second marriage, you don't want to have the frou-frou of the lace of the big heirloom wedding sampler. You want to do something nice for that person who's getting married or for yourself. And this one says, together we stand on the threshold of a dream. So there's a lot of romance in this little sampler, but it's little. It's doable, right?
Yeah.
And the colors are really pretty. So at the top, you'll see the bargello and the interlaced hem stitch. And then, of course, there's a sort of imaginary sun, which is a pulled thread stitch. And there's the words. And you can see there is the Scotch Stitch. Yay! And underneath, or on top of the Scotch Stitch, is all sorts of pulled eyelets and some more hem stitching. And there they are, standing together with a heart between them. So this is a really fun and not too difficult hardanger sampler for people who are getting married for the second or third or fourth or fifth time. Or they just want to have like an engagement party thing or something like that. It's really cute. Okay, your turn.
My turn? Okay.
This is fun, right?
It is.
I already said that, but
Absolutely.
I kind of like it.
I know, you're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is Babe's Honey Farm. Let's see if I can get closer. I just finished having this one framed, actually, not too long ago. I finished stitching it in the spring, and then I had it framed. It was a fun piece to stitch. Now I'm trying to remember where, I think it's right there, is the Scotch Stitch.
I think you're right. I think that is it. It's a little difficult, so let's bring it forward a little bit.
Exactly.
That's right. It's a framed Scotch Stitch. This is the one where I put the 10 stitch around, right?
Nope. You got straight stitches in between.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just helping you because it's kind of top heavy.
Oh, and then I let go, going, okay, you hold it then.
I didn't mean it for that at all. It's just that it was kind of falling backwards or forwards or something.
There.
Anyway, the Babe's Honey Farm was a farm that was in the Saanich Peninsula around us.
Yeah, around us.
Mm-hmm. And then it kind of
She
went away.
Old Babe had been in business for, I don't know, 50 years or something like that. And I think she passed away and the farm was sold to somebody else and it's no longer
Do you remember there was a fellow that did our bookkeeping and gave us a bookkeeping program that we didn't like?
Yeah.
Well, he's the one who bought that farm.
Exactly. His name was, I'm not going to even say what his name is.
But he actually, not only did he ruin the bookkeeping program that we had, and we had to go back to QuickBooks, but he also ruined that farm.
You ruined the farm completely. So
he was like, I think he had some mental problems.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Totally destroyed it.
But we still loved Babe's honey farm.
That's right.
Not his honey farm. So the next one is my turn. Is S is for Stitcher. And there, of course, is the Scotch Stitch.
Yes.
And I just have to find it too, because I've forgotten where I put it. Do you see it anywhere? Did I put it? I think I did the cushion thingy.
You did the checker.
Finally.
Stitch.
Okay, this is the one that we were talking about.
That's right. It is.
Okay, so you see if you can spot it. At the top of the alphabet for the S sampler is the floral little display, which is nice. And then you go further and you see the S. And then look there, under the S. Do you see that's the Scotch cushion in tent stitches?
Yeah.
It actually is really cool. And of course there's the skunk and all the different elements that starts with an S. And of course there's our Stitcher with a little scissor charm and a spider hanging down beside her. And then sailboat and all sorts of other stitches that start with the letter S.
All these little samplers for the alphabets were so much fun to stitch.
They really are.
They really are. And they don't take that long. I think I did each one probably within, well, I was stitching a lot back then, but probably about 2 weeks time it took to stitch them.
And you only stitched for half an hour in the mornings.
Yeah, and well, I stitched in the evening too. So, but I was stitching a lot back then.
That's true. Yeah, you were stitching a bit more.
But I did the whole thing as one wall hanging. So
wouldn't it be nice to see that one again?
I'll have to bring that in one time. Yeah.
So that's pretty much all. We did have a couple more, but they're really large.
They are, yes.
And because they're so large, they're really hard to hold up.
Yes.
Heirloom Homecoming was one of them.
And I'm sorry, you kind of have to show that one. Even though it's large, it is one of my favorites.
Okay, it's large, but it's a favorite.
It is a favorite.
Okay, so here it is. It's large.
Yeah, it's large. It's a big piece
it's
to
a
stitch.
long one. Aw, thanks, Jennifer Gowan. Okay, so here we go. And see, I have to lean.
You do.
And so lean so much.
Yeah.
But it's right under the house. There's the Scotch Stitch right there. I wanted to show you this one. Actually, Lisa picked this out and wanted to show you this.
You want me to hold it too?
No, I'm okay so far because I'm holding on with the desk. Lisa wanted to show this one because it is the more autumn colored one.
It is, yes. You've also got it in the pale pink and
blues. And things like that. So this one is one that has more, we'll call them autumn colors, but we call them rustic.
Rustic.
Correct. So Heirloom Homecoming, which was meant for people who were coming home. And I think that during that time, there's a lot of people that were soldiers and they were going off to war, and well, it would be nice to have a sampler that commemorated their service. And we thought that this, or at least I thought that this kind of thing would be something that they'd like to have to commemorate that moment when they come home. So anyway, that's the large version. Yeah. And it also has the rustic colors. The other ones are more pastel colors, I think.
Exactly.
Anyway, that's it. Yeah. And Jennifer says it was fun to watch me be excited about. Well, it's funny, in the last year, we've done so much on our website.
We have.
And we've done so much to change our entire thing.
Yes.
All technical, mostly technical, promotional. I've invested in time in Facebook Friday.
Yes.
Getting everyone going, doing separate little designs for you every 2 months. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I've been involved in that I've kind of lost track of my own enthusiasm for stitching.
Yes.
And I'm just getting it back.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Honestly, I can feel it
You
starting.
can feel it coming?
Yeah.
Me too, because I did take a break from stitching on a regular basis, but that is now... I'm stitching more often again.
Isn't it nice?
I did the bullion knot pumpkin for Scary Stitches in a matter of an hour. So
she kept saying that it was like luck.
It was fluke.
Honestly,
It was a fluke.
No, it's skill. As far as I'm concerned, that was the best bullion knot pumpkin I saw yet. It really was. And for some reason, you got the beginning and the ends just right. Every knot was
everything
perfect.
lined into place when I was working on that.
So if you haven't seen it yet, go down, scroll down, or look in photos, because you can just go to the photos and just click through the photos of the Facebook group, and you'll see that one photo where she's done this magnificent job.
And I have to say, I really loved stitching Scary Stitches.
Yeah, you kind of did, didn't you?
Yeah, the colors are fabulous, especially, I guess I'm a seasonal stitcher, and it just lined up for this time of year. Even though I started it last October for our retreat last year, it was...
Yeah, but then you can finish it in the next season.
Absolutely.
I think you're right. I think that's a good idea. Start it in one season.
That's right.
And then every time you circulate, what do they call that? Rotate through. Every time the season kind of looks like you want to stitch something winter, then you just go and look on all your winter projects you left.
Absolutely.
In your UFO pile.
Oh, I've got a few. Actually, last night, being it was October 1st, and I thought, it's time to start a new design, I started Fabulous Tassels.
Oh, you did?
I did.
We're getting ready for Christmas.
Getting ready for Christmas. But I think that over the weekend, I'm going to switch that out because I want to start the pumpkin patch farm, but it has to be mounted on the roller bars I'm using for Scary Stitches.
Oh, gotcha. So you just started sort of getting your feet wet with with the Christmas one, but you're not fully committed.
No, I'm not fully committed. It was on the rack already. So,
so you change out your roller bars too, right?
Yeah.
Because I do that too. Just get it ready, and then you need another couple of roller bars for the next project if you're going to start on it.
That's right. So I need to finish Scary Stitches so I can put the pumpkin patch on those roller bars.
Makes total sense to me. Anyway, I'm very, very excited about the fact that we're both getting more into the actual stitching, which is what we're doing here. Yeah. We're not here just to run a business and earn money to live on. Yeah. which in a way is very important. And we're very grateful that we can. It's like the basis of it is the excitement of seeing something come alive right under your nose.
Absolutely.
I just love it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm not talking. I'm talking, preaching to the choir. I think a lot of people here feel the same way.
Let's see what people are saying.
Yeah, let's see what's happening. Okay, I think that was it. Karine says, "I love Bargello stitch. It's so cute and elegant."
Yes, it is.
Karine, you're absolutely right. It's one of my favorite stitches. Thank you. I love seeing excited. Those were so fast to stitch. I think those are the alphabet samplers. Yeah. Thank you, Sabrina Wood. And Tricia says, you stitched them all in one piece of fabric.
I did.
And we'll have to bring them
out.
And
I caught up. I actually kept up to you as you were designing them. So that was kind of nice too. I don't know if I were to start it now. I might still do it on one piece.
Yeah.
Because it is quite a piece of art to have them all on one.
Yeah, you got it on one wall, right?
I actually have it hanging on my door, sewing room door.
Oh, well, that's a great place for it. Yeah. Because then it's always there.
Exactly. And it's not a framed piece, so it's just on
it's just massive.
Hardware. Yeah.
That's all.
It's just massive. That's right.
Tammy says, I have the sampler, the alphabet sampler on one piece of fabric too. It's rolled up in storage. Yeah. Oh, no. Bring it out. Hang it on your door like she does. Sometimes we don't have enough space to put everything up. Sue says, do you know how many designs you've created? Small and large is the thing. Yeah. Right? Because small and large, they're different. Like the kits they're not exactly large designs. I don't know whether large is the right word.
I think, what we classify as the sampler designs, which are just the leaflet part of it, I think we're up to, 240 now?
240 designs.
Something like that. And then we have 60 Beyond Cross Stitch designs. And
those took a while.
And then there was all the Hearts of America designs and the Canadian heart designs and the international hearts.
But they're they're leaflets. So they're included in the 140.
I guess they're included in the 140.
Yeah,
So, I would say 340, 360, somewhere in there.
Anyway, thank you, Sue, for that question. We're not sure ourselves. So way more than I thought I ever would.
Trying not to keep track because we go, oh my God, have we done a lot?
Jillian Burr says, thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too, Jillian.
Hopefully you hear this. It's actually really interesting when you look back on all of this work. And, I was looking back for a while to the point that I during the time that I wasn't stitching.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I did it. You know that feeling when you think to yourself, oh, yes, I used to do something because I was sort of past it by that time. And now that I've got my excitement back, I think, oh, yeah, I can do it. I can do it some more. There's no problem at all.
So you're ready to go for another 100 designs? Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how the thumb holds up.
That's right, exactly. Oh.
Dory says, Sandy says, love show and tell. Thank you so much. Dory says, dangerous for me to come to Facebook Fridays because I want to buy all the products that I don't already have. Projects. Love your design so much, Thea. Thank you, Dory. That is so sweet of you. Well, we miss you. We miss everyone that comes to our VS retreat as often as you have done in the past. And we're kind of still on the fence. We're not, we're not saying we can't, but things are still developing. So we're just going to probably wait. There's no point in getting it all organized and then having to say no.
Yeah.
So as soon as we possibly can see that it might develop, that there's a vaccine or some other miracle happens, for so far we're still holding it in abeyance.
Probably not this spring, but
we just don't know.
Yeah.
Like what we can do is we can do our best whenever we feel it's safe for everyone.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
There's no way that we can predict anything when it comes to that. But I do want to say that I've kept up, or rather my sweetie's kept up, Richard's kept up with the medical end of things, and he is saying that there are a number of companies, not just one, but a number of very, very important and good companies that are nearing the end of their 30,000 trial, which is, I think, just being approved. So, you guys don't lose hope because it's coming. And I know that there are, sometimes you kind of get the feeling that, they keep saying that. Well, they do because they're working on it.
And they have to scratch off all the ones that aren't working off the list.
And they want to be sure that it isn't, like they're not giving people something that makes them in any way in danger any other way. So we trust them that they do their best, and they're scientists.
Yeah.
And they want to do it more than anyone because they're very heavily motivated, both I think personally, but also financially.
Yeah.
Because whoever comes up with it first is going to get a windfall.
Yes, absolutely.
So I am, hoping for the best from our scientists and even the pharmaceutical companies, which I never thought I would say.
Thanks, Sabrina.
It was the best pumpkin. That's absolutely true. Marcy says, beautiful stitching. Thank you. Deborah says, I love doing scary stitches too. That's that's really fun. And Tammy Thompson says, I just started the little gingerbread tree. You know that one, that little one. I'm a seasonal rotator, says Sabrina Wood. Absolutely. Elizabeth says, I just stopped by to say hello. Hello.
Hi, Elizabeth.
Do we know how many people are here at the highest? I don't know. Somebody might know. Oops, finished before I move to the next project. She says, I can't rotate. Neither can I, Sharon. I just find rotating very difficult because I've got my mind on one thing.
Well, yeah, you're working on the task at hand, which is finishing that design.
It's coming up with the design. And if I put another one in, then
it muddies up the creative process.
I just go crazy. I tried it. It doesn't work. Oh, that's funny. That's a lot of designing. Thank you, Sue. You're right indeed. And Elizabeth hasn't stitched in a year.
Oh.
Okay, we have to get you going. Yes, I know. I think that we need to encourage you every time. So just like some people said, who was it? Carol Burnett used to do this with her mother. I'll do this, and that means you have to stitch, okay?
Yeah, pull out something small.
Jennifer McEwen. Hello, beautiful ladies. Hi.
Hi, Jennifer.
Joined here. And it looks like 54, 56, 57. Yay!
Awesome.
Thank you all for joining us. It's so fun. Where are we? We're getting to the end of our thing.
We're getting to the conclusion of the day.
Yeah, our show and tell was so fun. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I went a little overboard.
We did, but hey, it was fun, and I think it got everybody excited to stitch.
I want all the gingerbreads, says Patty England Doug. I have 2. Okay.
I know I'm excited to stitch.
If you go into collections and the website, go under collections and then go under special collections, you'll see that there is a special collection called gingerbread. You just click on that and you'll see all the gingerbread patterns under the word collections. Thank you for your reports, you guys. 57, 59.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we almost got to 60.
Yeah. Yay.
Thank you. Thanks for that report. Let me see. Just very quickly, we've got to do 2 things.
Yes.
One of them is not the stitch along yet, almost.
Yep.
Is that we created the fall Biscore new pattern some time ago. It was 2009.
Was it that long ago?
It was on our free pattern list, and I know that you guys wanted to see it, so I've put it in the mini designs. And not only do you get the original design, thank you, Sharon, you get the original, where is it? There's the original design itself, but you also get 2 versions that 2 prize winners gave us with their thread suggestions, because these were contests, these summer and fall Biscore News. So the Biscore New design is there, but you can fix it up the way you do with the stitch alongs.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we give you suggestions, etc. And these are, I think this was Kathy Coggins, and this was Linda Rosser's version. So have a look yourself and see. This one is going to be now, this is the first time we've done this. It's going to be free with any purchase of anything over $10, and the purchase has to be designs or act packs, not like scissors or anything else, because I haven't figured out how to do that yet.
So you have to order a design or an act pack, which is good.
Over $10.
Over $10, yeah.
The total of the thing has to be $10. And then if you put this in there, or the summer Biscore New, if you put either one of those in your cart, they'll be free. So there's no other sale that goes on, because you can only do one kind of promotion at a time. But I want to see how this works. So in order for you to get this free, you need to buy something over $10. So if you were already going to put an order in, don't forget to put in the coupon code, which is free mini, no space in between. Okay, and you're going to get an email to that effect very soon, so you don't have to remember all of that.
Good.
And at the end of our hour, this is the exciting conclusion to the stitch along. Yay!
Yeah. Drum roll.
Sharon says something's dangerous. I don't know what it is. Let's see. She doesn't tell us what's dangerous.
What's dangerous?
Probably because I was talking about something.
The fall Biscore New and ordering. That's dangerous.
Maybe.
Yes.
Or drinking scotch. That's dangerous.
Especially first thing in the morning. But yeah, we're not having scotch yet.
Are you sure? We could.
We could. I'm not a scotch drinker.
No,
I'm not that alcohol.
You're a Scotch stitcher.
I'm a Scotch stitcher. That's right, exactly.
Okay, so stitch along called Harvest, and what I've done is I've put in a few of the similar specialty stitches and bands in the sky. Okay, so that you can do this. You can also decide to ignore the specialty stitches. If you like it, superb. If you would rather ignore these specialty stitches, and one of them is the rice stitch, which we talked about last Facebook Friday. That's the one in the middle with the blue and the white. Or you can just do the top 2. That looks a little bit like a sky. If you do it in sky colors, that would be cool. Grays or blues or whites. You could also just put some cross-stitch wisps of white in there that look like clouds and add a few more crows. So there's a whole bunch of things that you can do with the remaining part of this design. I hope you have fun with that. And it will be uploaded, I don't know, almost immediately.
Sometime today.
It's usually in an hour.
Sometime today it'll be uploaded.
Yeah, it's probably the best way to say it. Thank you, Karine. You're going to have fun with that, I'm sure. Yours is looking really beautiful. Sharon's going to collections. Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you, Juliet McDonald. So nice of you to say hello. And I guess that's it for us.
I guess so. Is it time to get on with the rest of the day?
Yes, I think it might be. Always a pleasure to spend time with you. Have a wonderful week, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks, Karen. And
Thanks,
that's exactly what we feel.
Absolutely.
Wonderful to spend time with you. Okay, so I have to learn how to end the live video. Okay,
you do?
There it is. We're ending our live video
It's
now.
time to say goodbye.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
And don't forget,
Exactly.
keep on stitching.
Keep on stitching.